Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Tuesday, May the 9th, 2023. Tuesday, May the 9th. Okay, so Sally asked Nick not to go to war with Victor. I can handle it myself, and blah, blah, blah. But Nick said, he was testing you. He was testing you to see if you would take the money. Testing your character. He goes, so pretty much you passed the test, but you shouldn't have to go through test. And I'm thinking, well, she marrying into a billionaire's family. Guess what? She got to go through some tests, right? But anyway, I'm not a Victor fan, and I'm not a fan of his tactics. And then she goes, well, and Chloe want to pitch Jill their latest design, ideas on how they want to move forward, but they don't have a signed contract with Jill yet, right? So she says, I'm going to meet Chloe later today, and Nick says, okay, he has to get to the office because he has a lot of work to do. So Nick, of course, goes to the office, and he's telling Victoria, because he's already gone to see his father, told him to back off. I know this was a test. You wanted to see if she would take the money, so she didn't. Back off, right? And he's like, pfft. So, that was the other day. So now we have him going to the office telling Nikki and Vicky about it, on what he did, and they were kind of like, well, that's par for the course. Did she take the money? Oh, okay, well, she cool then, right? Daddy's going to be daddy. He's going to do what he's going to do. She didn't take the money. All is good. All is right in the world. So later, Sally has the meeting, her and Chloe. They're at Crimson Lights, yeah, the coffee house. And Jill calls, and she lets them know that she's putting the brakes on their project. Unfortunately, for the foreseeable, she doesn't see them moving forward in the foreseeable future. So now the ladies are bummed out. They worked so hard. They've been putting money into this. And it's just not going to work out. So Adam comes up. And Chloe's like, well, that's my cue to leave. She has to take treats to Miles's kindergarten class. So, okay, I'm out of here. She barely wants to say anything to Adam. So Sally tells him what happened. And she says, I have money saved up. And I'll just have to now just dip into the nest egg now because I don't have any income. And I'm thinking, girl, you've been dipping into your nest egg. You know how long ago you got fired from Newman Media? You don't have a job? And you living in a hotel suite. Well, it ain't no suite. Hotel room, right? First, the Grand Phoenix, who I guess everybody, we just not going back to the Grand Phoenix ever again, which I liked. But guess what? That was Phyllis's identity. So yeah, you know what? Let's never see the Grand Phoenix again. Phyllis could create something else, okay? We're back to that boring athletic club. But yet and still, that is not a low-end motel. Remember when Stark had Phyllis staying in a motel? That is a higher-end hotel. So how's Sally been paying for the Grand Phoenix every week? And now the athletic club. That's some expensive living, girl. You've been dipping in your nest egg. I'm just saying. And Adam's like, no. I can't have that. Sally, once you start dipping in your nest egg, it'll be gone before you know it. And I'm like, oh, shut up, Adam. She goes, well, I'm not taking any money. We are not going to talk about a trust fund for the baby. He goes, no, I'm not going to talk about that, Sally. I'm offering you a job. I said, bingo. I knew he was going to offer her a job, as it should be. Those two work very well together. I would love to see that. He goes, this company needs a lot of overhauling. There's a lot of work to do. I know what you could do. You'd be my COO again, Sally. Or look, whatever position you want, whatever division, whatever. This is a massive company. And I want you bring Chloe too. Bottom line, y'all. McCall is so big. It ain't like Newman Media, a division. It's huge. Chloe could be have her little over her division. We've got Sally, COO. Chloe handling a division. Oh, they could just tighten up that ship. Make it right. And he goes, we could make this something we could be proud of. And she's just looking like, She didn't tell him no. But she's like, she got to think about this. But she did not tell him no. And she goes, how are you going to offer me a job? And what? Because he's talking like he hadn't accepted the position from Victor. He goes, look, it's mine. I just didn't give my father the final yes. And so Chloe says, well, Victor's not going to want me there after what he tried to do. And he goes, well, what did he try to do? Because remember, she told Nick what Victor did, not Adam yet. She goes, if I tell you, Adam, I don't need you trying to fight my battles for me. He's like, what did he do? So she told him. He goes, he did what? He says, for one thing, Sally, he didn't mean it. That was a test. That was to see, were you the kind of person that would take the money for a cushy opportunity anywhere, being able to start your own company anywhere in the world. And he goes, you turned him down? And she goes, you turned him down. He goes, then you passed the test, Sally. You passed the test. He says, so that though, that has nothing to do with my company, McCall. He goes, I have complete autonomy. And I'm letting you know you have a place there. And I want you because I know what you can do. Okay? Which I like. And she likes that. Because Adam does know what she could do. Unlike Nick, who said, I'll give you money to start your own company. She would be working for a company, making a difference, growing it from the ground up with him. A failing company, turning it. Sally should take that hands down. Nick will have a problem, but that's Nick's problem, right? That is Nicholas Newman's problem. Poof, c'est la vie, folks. So it just left her like, So Adam meets Victor in the park, and he says, okay, I'll accept the offer with conditions. He's like, I'm not a man that takes conditions. That's what Victor says. And Adam says, well, if you want me to take this job, you're going to take it with conditions. If you want me. And he goes, what are they? Okay, what are they? And he goes, oh, Sally comes with me. I'm hiring Sally for whatever position. I don't know yet. Maybe COO. I don't know. Right? And he goes, do you think hiring her is wise? And he goes, for one, complete autonomy. Condition number, complete autonomy. It's my decision. I choose my corporate staff. In other words, bottom line, Victor would have never been able to come up to Adam and say, oh, I've already hired your COO, your brother. I've hired Nicholas to be the chief operating officer. No. Period. I'm so happy Nick turned that down. So Victor finally looked at Adam. He goes, you know what, son? You got yourself a deal. And Adam says, okay. And they shake on it. He goes, and by the way, since Sally passed your test, what are you talking about by test? Oh, she told me what you did. you wanted to give her a huge sum of money so she could start a company anywhere in the world, but she had to leave her baby. In other words, you're trying to buy her baby. And Victor goes, that is not how that. He goes, Dad, come on now. Come on. He goes, it was a test. She passed. Back off of her. Back off. Because, no, she's done with that. And so Victor's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, for now. You know how Victor is. For now. Until there's something else he will. But look, Victor is true to form. He will give the pregnant women, because they don't deserve his sons, or a hard way to go until they have the grandchild. Until his grandchild. Because look, Chelsea was a hot mess, right? For years. But you know what? She's one of the protected ones. She's the mother of Victor's grandson. So she's a protected one. So anyway, that was interesting. I mean, to see the dynamics coming into play. But Victor made the point, the statement. He goes, you see, I see she didn't waste no time going to both my sons so that you both can come to her rescue. Like, don't you see something wrong with that? So, but anyway, he had to put a little dig in. And then we had Elena talking to Audra. There, about what happened and how's she doing today, Elena, how's she doing? And she goes, numb. She goes, I didn't even sleep at home last night. I couldn't stay there anymore. She goes, I packed a bag, left my keys, and I walked out. She goes, it's over. Done. And Audra's like, oh, well, wow. Well, what about, let's still do the JT thing. Boy, that'd be a way to get a dig at Victoria. Because she's like, are you going to still be able to work at Newman Media? And Elena's like, well, why would I want to? Right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, do you think you still got a job there, girl? You think that? Your boyfriend brought you back, or took you to one company, had to drag you away from that, took you from Newman to another company, brought you back, and now you ain't with him. What you think Nate's going to do? You won't be there long. And so she goes, your work is extraordinary. And I'm like, has she ever done? I've seen her work a day in her life there back in Newman Media. Right? Whatever. So Elena's thinking about it. She goes, she'll think about it. But yet she does know, because she goes, that would take Victoria down a peg. And Elena's thinking, yep, she definitely deserves that. But she goes, you know what? I'm going to tell you, Audra, Nate and Victoria deserve each other. They do. Because what Nate has turned into, I can't. It's just the ambition. It consumes him. Just the thirst for power. It's like he needs that. Okay? And she goes, so you just never know how far he's going to be willing to go. And I'm not willing to, no. I already know how far he's gone. I'm done. Peace out. Nope. And of course, Vicky tells Nikki, and Nikki, it's so interesting. When the kids tell them about wrongdoing and things they've done, they end up saying, oh, okay, darling, you shown life. Yeah. No judgment. But let it have been somebody that cheated on Victoria. How dare he? It's a whole different story with that. Whole different story. So anyway, that is the daily recap for Tuesday, May the 9th. And I will be back for another daily recap live here in Dubai, everybody. Live in Dubai. I have a beautiful ocean view suite. This resort, I'm staying at a resort here. And it has its own strip of private beach out there. But there's this whole community, this huge water park for kids, 2 tennis courts, 2 huge pools. It's a really nice, big facility. So having a ball. Sorry I had to take so long to get this in, but the logistics, I was able to do a few general hospitals, but there's only so many I can do. This is a business trip, so I am doing business, but I did want to finally get in here and get this Young and the Restless daily recap uploaded for you. I'll be back tomorrow.